This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 25 is also brought to you by Silver State Health, Pahrumps exclusive pediatric care clinic. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome to News 25. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday, May 13th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. We're so happy you tuned in.
Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office is seeking the public's help in identifying and locating a pickup truck allegedly used in an attempted kidnapping here in Pahrump.
On Wednesday, May 12th, detectives responded to a report of an attempted kidnapping on Ursula Avenue in Pahrump. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says witnesses report the suspects driving a black truck approached a 9-year-old boy, opened the back door, and asked him to get inside. The suspects are described as a male with dark hair and facial hair and a thin female with blonde hair. The truck, seen here on video captured by a nearby camera, is described as a 2006 Dodge Ram crew cab truck with a toolbox or gas can in the bed, tinted windows, a partially lowered front end, and an LED light bar that is only partially operational. If you recognize the vehicle or have any additional information that might help investigators, please contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000 or by email at sheriff@co.nye.nv.us.
The Nevada Highway Patrol has identified the driver killed in a wrong-way crash on I-15 in Clark County.
The crash happened just after 6 a.m. on Sunday, May 9th. NHP's preliminary investigation determined that a Honda Civic was traveling southbound in the northbound lanes of I-15 in northern Clark County near Valley of Fire. At the same time, a construction tractor pulling a trailer was traveling northbound directly in front of the Honda. NHP investigators say the two vehicles collided nearly head-on. The impact caused the Honda to rotate across the travel lanes, coming to rest on the dirt median. The woman driving the Honda died at the scene. She's been identified as 29-year-old Crystal Velasquez from Las Vegas. This marks the Nevada Highway Patrol Southern Command's 24th fatal crash this year. 30 people have died in those crashes.
Thanks to Brad Francis for that report. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office has released a video that captures the moment a bicyclist collides with a patrol vehicle outside the Pahrump jail.
Tuesday afternoon, a Nye County Sheriff's Office deputy was involved in a crash on Kitty Hawk Drive just outside the detention center. A bicyclist exiting the jail parking lot entered the street without stopping, where he collided with a patrol vehicle. The crash was captured by a camera at the detention center. The Sheriff's Office says the video indicates the bicyclist was looking at his cell phone at the time of the collision. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating the crash. The bicyclist was flown to a Las Vegas hospital for treatment of his injuries. We still don't know his name or the extent of those injuries.
News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by P&P Property Management. Knowledge, experience, communication, and trust. Call Cynthia at 775-727-4444.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the cyber attack against an oil pipeline contributes to gas topping $3 a gallon. And investors are eyeing three key stocks amidst a continued push toward electric vehicles.
Topping our news, it did not take long for gasoline prices to push above $3 per gallon. For the first time in 6 years, AAA reports the national average is $3.08 per gallon. It's in reaction to the shutdown of the Colonial Pipeline following a cyber attack. Colonial is critical to pumping gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel along the eastern and southern sections of the U.S. The company is working to restart some flows, but Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm says it could take days to ramp up to full operation. President Biden met with Republicans and Democrats this week about his more than $2 trillion infrastructure plan. Yahoo Finance is reporting there are three stocks to watch as Biden expects half of all new cars will be electric in the next decade. Among the stocks, Face Drive, an electric vehicle maker. Fisker, a luxury electric car company, and ChargePoint, a charging.
One person was transported from a two-vehicle crash this afternoon on the south side of Pahrump. A driver of a car involved in a two-vehicle crash on Gamebird near Whirlwind this afternoon had to be extricated by Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics, who was said to be medically entrapped inside the vehicle. He was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. The other car involved in this offset head-on collision sustained major damage. The driver of that vehicle did not claim any injuries at the time of the crash, but was taken into custody by the Nye County Sheriff's Office for outstanding warrants and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Both vehicles sustained major damage. Traffic was diverted around the crash by Nye County Sheriff's Office auxiliary units. On scene was also Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies who investigated the cause of this accident and told News 25 that the driver of the blue sedan said that he had a blowout which caused him to cross the center median and strike the other vehicle.
And an investigation into a report of battery here in Pahrump sends one man to the Nye County Detention Center.
During a battery investigation, Nye County Sheriff's Office made contact with the victim at the hospital. The victim had a bleeding gash on his head, red lines on his chest that were consistent with being struck with a long, hard object. The hospital advised that he also had a broken bone in his throat. The victim said he was attacked and choked by two males. One was identified as Anthony Winholtz. The men allegedly entered his residence and began attacking him. He advised that he was unable to get the deadbolt locked on the door and he was unsure why they attacked him. According to the declaration of arrest, a tire iron was found on the ground near the front door and blood was located just inside the home next to the door and the entryway. When Winholtz was located, he was wearing a shirt that reportedly had blood spatter on it. Winholtz told deputies that he had gone to the residence to try to fix things between he and the victim based on a previous fight, and while there, the victim attacked him. Winholtz allegedly said that he struck the victim twice, causing him to fall and hit his head. Deputies said that nothing inside the residence suggested that the victim struck his head on something to cause his injuries. Winholtz was also adamant that he was the only other person present. The victim was airlifted to a Las Vegas hospital for treatment of his injuries. Anthony Winholtz was arrested for battery with a deadly weapon, battery by strangulation in violation of a protection order, battery resulting in severe bodily harm, abuse of an older or vulnerable person, and residential burglary. He was transported to Nye County Detention Center for booking.
Well, some good news. Governor Steve Sisolak says that the state of Nevada will be following the latest recommendations on masking from the CDC, and Nevada Health Response will be issuing more information later today, according to the governor. Sisolak is strongly urging all Nevadans who have not yet taken advantage of the COVID-19 vaccine to do so as soon as possible. Fully vaccinated individuals will be able to attend outside events without wearing masks or physically distancing, according to the CDC, effective immediately. There are also other requirements in place that fully vaccinated people will not have to do any more of, like having a COVID test before you travel.
And Judge Kim Wonker appeared before the Board of County Commissioners on May 3rd to present the 2021-22 budget requests. And Judge Wonker had just one simple request: to fund some positions.
Judge Wonker went on to explain that district court has been operating on a shoestring. The district courts are not funded by the state but are expected to be funded by the counties. The judge said that she has one district court employee for 3 courts. There is one legal secretary that is also serving as drug court coordinator, and that position was only funded by Nye County for about $8,000 to $9,000, and the remainder of the position is funded from the drug court fund, and Judge Wonker says she does not agree with that. Money in the drug court fund comes from drug court participants, and when asked, Judge Wonker said that she would prefer the money be used to buy a vehicle for the court employees to use as they travel a lot to Tonopah and Goldfield, and they also do curfew checks on drug court participants 3 times a night, 7 days a week. She asked that the position for the drug court coordinator be funded and for her legal secretary position to be funded. Judge Wonker also told the commissioners that the court has grown so much that it is important that they have a clerk of the court, a person that works for the court and handles all the processing for the district court. The request for the clerk was not on the presentation, and it was explained that that is because of the process is not that simple. It is a whole new department that would need to be created. It would mean a complete restructuring of district court, the county clerk's office, and the recorder, the assessor, and the treasurer. The funding of the legal secretary position was on the agenda under the finance department. The commissioners approved that item and funded the position from the general fund. They asked for staff to work with Judge Wonker to determine direction and funding. Funding the other positions would then be placed on an agenda to be reviewed at a future meeting. Judge Wonker was adamant that the board understand that it was important to her that the drug court fund not be used to fund the needed court positions.
Thanks, Missy. There's more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. The owner of Pahrump Valley Speedway says it's time to let it go. It's now up for sale at just under $1 million.
NASCAR drivers Kurt and Kyle Busch grew up racing on the quarter-mile dirt track here in town at the Pahrump Valley Speedway. Busch recently spoke about it during an NBC Sports interview. The driver started racing at 14 years old. He was on our own town track at the age of 16 with his family watching from the stands. We've had many great drivers on the track at the Speedway, which is now up for sale. The owner and race car driver himself, Chad Broadhead, has been successfully running the track for a number of years. The just over 11-acre parcel also includes 4 lots that are approximately 20 acres of property. Broadhead has it up for sale through Provenza Realty for $900,000. He said the previous owner took 9 years to sell it, so he doesn't expect a quick sale. But the way real estate is going right now, he may be surprised. The commercial industrial property has several outbuildings along with a double racetrack in the middle with grandstands for the crowds, a PA system, and several vehicles, including heavy equipment included. The new owners may continue to use it as a dirt track, raceway, or develop the land in another way. Either way, history will be turning a new page.
All right, if you're a techie, we're seeing more solid-state hard drives in today's computers if you're looking around like me. And today, Josh Osborne begins a 3-part series explaining the benefits of these super-fast drives.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. Technology is always coming out with a claim to make your computer faster, but sadly, most of these innovations leave us totally disappointed. That trend has changed. Here's why you need a solid-state hard drive now. Part 1. Solid states have no moving parts, so they don't require any time to spin up to speed to allow you to access your information and data. Every command is instant with no need for any part movement. Great Computer Deals is here to help you upgrade your computer or provide a new one that will help you benefit from this awesome solid-state technology for way less than you think. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Well, in today's Medical Minute from Spring Mountain Medical, Dr. David Lewis takes a closer look at pain relief and the options for managing pain.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Lewis. Welcome to this edition of the Medical Minute. Today's topic is pain relief. There are many ways people can get relief from their pain. At Spring Mountain Medical, we offer a multi-dimensional approach. We offer medical practitioners, chiropractors, massage, and mental health services all under the same roof. Sometimes when treating neck or back pain, you may require additional assistance from a medical professional that requires medical attention. We've got your back. At times, your pain can be so great that it affects you emotionally. We have someone that can help you with that. When your body's out of alignment, we can provide relief from that too. With so many different ways to help, call us today to find out how we can help you. My name is Dr. David Lewis, and this has been a Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
All right, if you haven't felt it yet or if you didn't know, We're letting you know that the U.S. Southwest is officially in the midst of a mini heat wave. Temperatures are well above normal throughout the region, and AccuWeather senior meteorologist David Samuel says that's just setting us up, unfortunately, for an active fire season.
We had a very dry winter. Normally, we get a lot of our precipitation during the colder season months, and not only in Nevada but across much of the rest of the western U.S. We've seen below average rainfall, and ongoing drought conditions are present across the area and across much of the West. So we are expecting another active fire season. Because of the lack of rainfall, there's a little bit less in the way of vegetation, so that could actually be a helpful thing and prevent maybe some fires. But still, there's I think plenty of older vegetation that will certainly be dry, and that'll be subject to burning basically now through the summer months. Going a little further into the summer, we are expecting a little bit more of a monsoon than last year, which doesn't say much, obviously, because we had basically no rainfall for the monsoon last year. I think that'll be a change this year. So hopefully that gives us some relief later in July and August from the fire threat. But otherwise, we have to really be on our guard. Anytime the winds are gusty, we'll be in a high fire danger. We're seeing frequent frontal systems coming through. It's a pretty active storm track. Unfortunately, these storms are not producing rain, but like you said, they are producing gusty winds, and we'll continue to see these fronts over the next couple of weeks before that upper level high really builds. And once that builds, it usually deflects those windier systems off to the north. But we'll be under the gun for that over the next couple of weeks. And each one of these systems that comes through and kicks up the wind will kick up the fire danger as well. We're expecting, another bad fire season across California, especially central and northern California. They had very little rainfall over the course of the past winter. So obviously there's a lot more trees there, and those trees are drying out. Even I've heard some reports the forests in northern California, some cases are dying off, and that would just leave plenty of fuel for explosive wildfires. So unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be another season, and that we're going to have a tough summer to get through. The one saving grace here is if we can get storm systems to start earlier than average in the fall and bring some rain. But right now, it looks like we are going to be dealing with extreme fire danger right into at least the early part of the fall in California.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, it's John Kohler staring out the KPVM weather window. Gorgeous day today. Actually, we're going to have a couple days of beautiful weather. Saturday going to get windy. Tell you all about the week ahead coming up.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you on a thirsty Thursday. Taking a look at the weather all up and down the state. Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, you're all riding about, mid to high 80s. Look at you going. Tonopah, Goldfield, a little bit colder mid-state as temperatures approaching like 84 degrees down in Goldfield. All the way up to 92 in Beatty, 97 degrees in Amargosa today. Whoo, daddy, that's hot. And Las Vegas, all the way up to 99 degrees. Going to feel good poolside, tell you what. 109 degrees out in Death Valley. Glad I'm not there today. I'm here in the paradise of Pahrump, where the air is pure, the grass is green, and it's a great day to dry your clothes out on the line. Just, got a little wind, 12 miles per hour out of south-southwest. We got highs today about 94. 93 is our current temperature, not too bad. Sun rose this morning at 4:28 a.m. It's going away at 7:41 p.m. It's going to be kind of gorgeous, mostly clear, some clouds to give us some beautiful colors. That's as the sun sets this evening. That'll be great. Low of about 66 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, actually, pretty good day. And then Saturday, whoa, look at those winds. Why? 22 miles per hour on Saturday. Highs of 91 degrees. That'll feel like a convected oven. But those winds will cool us off. On Sunday, getting the temperature down to 79 degrees. We're going to have some cloud cover Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe even into the rest of the week. Moderate winds and temperatures about high 80s and low 90s. It's going to be a gorgeous week. Interesting Saturday and lots of fun for the next couple days. So look forward to it. I will too. Yay! All right, back to the desk. It's Unette and Deanna.
Thanks so much, John.
Yes.
We do want to remind everybody that the Disabled American Veterans are going to be
right.
out and about this weekend.
That's right.
A really big campaign, which is their largest fundraiser of the year, called Forget Me Nots.
Yes, and we need all the help we can with all of our nonprofits and charities, and to make up some of those funds lost due to the pandemic.
So they will be at all our local stores here, including Tractor Supply. So all day long from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., the Disabled American Veterans, they have a little flower that they give you, and if you can donate, that is their biggest fundraiser to help out all the veterans. So you'll see them out there as well. We want to let everybody know that Pahrump Valley High School's graduation is on
May 28th.
Exactly.
Yes.
KPVM is going to be there once again. Back
You'll be
in
there
full
with
force.
your camera?
Yes. So we are going to be filming the graduation like we've done every year, and the graduates have 4 tickets that they're allowed to give their family members, and they're going to have social distancing and everything.
And we'll all be there cheering you on as you get filmed, and we'll have special documentation for you. You can get a digital copy of the graduation ceremony if you'd like.
You can even pre-order those right now by calling 727-9400 and pre-order your digital copy of the graduation ceremony. Just give us a call, and we, of course, will have a booth there and be going in the stands, but you can pre-order right now, 727-9400. That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us this newscast, and we'll see you next time on the air.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.